Hello. Ew. I'm really pissed off that you can't see my hammerhead shark. I have a hammerhead shark in the background. He's there. He's huge and he's there. Hello, my name is, hello, it's me, Ruby Mode, master of all trades. I'm doing another Am I the Asshole video because I really enjoyed the last one. I love yapping and I don't know if you're the same way, but I love listening to drama that does not affect me. I love it. I hate drama in real life. I love to hear about it. So fucking tell me. Tell me all your drama. Tell me all your terrible secrets. I need to know. Anyways, I'm trying to film more videos, so if you see more videos from me, please give me your feedback. I'm trying to figure out my best way to go about recording these videos. For today, I'm just trying to pull up random Am I the Assholes, and then I think I'm gonna try and do another curated video where I pick specifically the stories. So I don't know, let me know what you guys like, let me know what you think. And also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'm just a little baby YouTuber. A subscription would mean so much to me. And also, there's a hype thing. I don't even know if that's available on my thing, but if it is, use it. Because apparently it's very good for small creators, and I am a little itty bitty teeny tiny little small creator, okay? I'm like literally this big. I have to literally jump from key to type. It's really hard being so little. And also, don't forget to like the video if you want to. It would mean a lot to me. I don't know if I should have like goals, but like 10 likes would be kind of slay. So give me the 10 likes, and in my next video, I'll kiss you on the forehead. Okay, let's get into this video because I don't want to annoy y'all with a long intro, even though a bitch likes to yap. I'm unsure if I want to do the newest, the best, or hot. Let's do hot, because then we can have, ooh, COSTCO? Oh my god, I'm so excited. Guys, I fucking love COSTCO. Don't ask me why. Actually, I can tell you why. I have recently discovered COSTCO, and the fact that people have told me about COSTCO for a long time, I never went, and I was always like, oh, why would I need that much food? Like, that sounds stupid. That sounds literally stupid. And then I went to COSTCO for the first time, and I was like, bitch, I need a membership. And I love it, and I love how much food I can get. And it's great. I love it. I love walking around that store. I get really tired, but I'm too scared to use any form of like wheelchair yet, so I just suffer. I suffer. But it's worth it because I have been making my own meals and I'm really proud of myself. I suck at making my own meals. Anyways, enough COSTCO. COSTCO sponsor me? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Anyways, let's read this. This one's a nice short one, and I'm gonna read it, tell you my opinion, and then I'm going to look at comments to see if I feel validated. Am I the asshole for calling out a line cutter at Costco? I could never. If someone cut me in line, I would just be like, I just give them a major shit face because the fuck? But anyways, I don't know the context. I was at Costco and had just finished checking out when I realized I'd picked up the wrong item. I headed over to the supervisor's desk and waited behind a gentleman who was already there. A couple minutes later, a woman nudged in front of my cart, giving me an unapologetic wave. I'll be quick, I just have a question, she said. See, the way that if it was me, I'd just be like, yeah, okay, no problem. But like inside, I'd just be like, allegedly thinking some things that aren't very nice. I don't hold back. Slay, as you should. Not hold back, as you should. You're doing what you should do. I don't give a shit. Wait in line. I told her. Oh my god, yes! She looked at me like I was an alien and told me I was being incredibly rude. I followed up with, fine, pretty fucking please then. I also have a question. What makes yours more important than mine? Holy shit. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, that is kind of going hard, but sometimes you gotta remind someone of the fact that we all have our own questions and we all are equally unimportant. When I went home and told my wife, she said I was overreacted, and in retrospect, I shouldn't have cursed, yeah. But I don't regret calling her out. I wouldn't either, because, like, if you're gonna, like, ask to cut in front of someone in line, ask them, don't do it, and then, like, basically ask for forgiveness. At the same time, like, your question can't be any more important unless someone's mom always said, my mom was a teacher, and I was in her class for a little bit, she was like, don't interrupt me unless it's blood, guts, or blood, guts, or fire, okay? So unless your question has to do with, like, an impending fire that's happening back by the fucking chicken, then, like, you can wait. You can fucking wait. We all have our own things. Just wait. Just fucking wait. In my opinion, wait. I think they definitely went a little hard on the reaction, but I also don't blame them, because, like, girl, get out of my way! Wait, ESH, what does that mean? Everyone sucks here. Okay, fair. I mean, yeah. It was a very stark way to react. Okay, yes, she was incredibly rude, cutting, but your wife is right, you overreacted. Swearing at a total stranger does nothing to support your case. You could have easily said the end of the line is back there instead. True. I can't say I blame them, but also, this person says, I would actually disagree. The dismissive wave, the blatant disregard for other people's time from the lady, in my mind, makes OP not the asshole. Like he said, what makes her question more important than his? Letting people get away with behavior like this only encourages them to do it more. Sometimes being rude is necessary to get the point across, especially to entitled people that have never been told no in their life. I can agree with that. Yeah, I feel like my opinion's pretty solid here. I don't feel like there's much more information that would make me feel any specific type of way, but let me know what you think. Do you think people should just be fucking, like, whipped into shape, or do you think it's like, whatever, who the fuck cares? I don't know. It depends on my mood. There would be a mood where I would be pissed the fuck off that this happened, and then another mood where I'd be like, whatever, I guess. But, okay, this next one sounds kind of juicy, and it's fucking long. It's long. This is titled, Am I the asshole for leaving the house to stay with my boyfriend after my sister forced me to take care of her child? Me, 20F, and I'm a 20-year-old female and I do not like kids. Me, 20-year-old female, I don't like kids, is the insurance. So I get it, you know, I used to be a little bit of a kid hater, I'm not gonna lie. I never have. I do not enjoy taking care of them, playing with them, or being responsible for them. I have always been clear about this with my family. My sister, 31 female, has a daughter, 5 months. I love her, but loving someone does not mean I want to be a caregiver. The most thing I hate. Oh my god, okay, that's a little wild. Okay, I can understand not wanting to take care of a baby because I think it's really stressful. I don't even like holding babies. That's on OCD, but I don't like being in charge of children, especially when they're little itty bitty babies, because, like, what do? It's gonna, like, spit things out and, like, shit things out, and I don't want to deal with that. So I can understand not wanting to take care of a kid, and I think that everyone in my life would respect me not wanting to take care of their child. I'm just not good at it. I don't have the nature. I have 3 beautiful little babies of my own to take care of. I like cats a lot. I like my cats, and I can take care of cats. But, like, as far as, like, little humans go, I get kind of, A few months ago, my sister started asking me to help her with her daughter. At first it was small things, watching her for an hour, staying with her while my sister ran errands. I did not love it, but I agreed because I felt pressured. Okay, yeah. Slowly it turned into more and more. I was expected to babysit multiple days a week for hours. I had to feed her, play with her, shower her, and put her to sleep. My sister never asked anyone, she just assumed I would do it and yelled at me when I didn't. Or she wrote that weird. And yelled at me when I don't. Whenever I try to say no, she would say things like, you are young, you have free time, you live at home anyway. Or she would guilt trip me by saying she has family and I should help and blame me. I feel trapped and exhausted. Even though I hated it every minute of it, I still did it because every time I complained, my family told me I was selfish, and I felt that I was. Fuck, dude, I would be pissed off. I don't want to take care of a kid, to be honest. And I think that that's something that people should be, like, asking you for permission, because if you're not wanting to watch this kid, why would you trust someone who doesn't want to watch your kid to watch your kid? You know what I mean? Like, I would pick someone who was willing and wanted to help with my kid. Yeah. Recently, I told everyone that I had planned a trip with my friends. It was already paid for and planned weeks in advance. I was excited because it was the first time in a long time while I felt like I had something for myself. My sister immediately got angry. She said, what am I supposed to do with my daughter? Then I reminded her that I never agreed to be her full-time babysitter. Okay, yeah, that's actually insane. You chose to procreate. You do not put your child in someone else's hands without fucking permission or, like, asking, and don't make them feel bad if they don't want to watch your kid. Like, you decided to bring that child into this earth. Watch it. Take care of it. If not, there are people you can pay. And I know obviously not everyone has money to spend on a babysitter, but, like, if my brother went and had a baby and expected me to watch his baby, no, not a baby. I won't watch a baby. She exploded and said I was abandoning her and being irresponsible. He's my baby, not hers. She told me that I should cancel my trip and take care of my niece instead, so I immediately said no, as you should. Don't say fucking yes. That turned into a huge argument. She called me names, including bitch, and said I was immature and heartless. My parents sided, of course, with her, and I should step up and help my sister. Oh my god. I felt overwhelmed and honestly done that I would just snap at them if I stayed, so I packed a bag and left the house to stay with my boyfriend for a few days. Now they're furious. They say I ran away from responsibility and I chose my boyfriend and friends over my own family. My sister says I betrayed her, that she cannot rely on me anymore. I feel so guilty for my niece. Am I the and I feel like I'm the bad one. No, not the asshole. I thought this was going in a place where, like, she was gonna leave the child unattended to go with her boyfriend, but no. The child has family watching the child, so it's not like the OP is leaving the child alone. Absolutely not the asshole. You should not be expected to watch someone else's child without, OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I might be the asshole because I left the house and refused to help with childcare, even though my sister was relying on me. I knew my decision would put her in a difficult position and force her to find other arrangements on short notice. My family believes I should have prioritized helping her instead of going on a trip and staying with my boyfriend, and I understand why they see my actions as selfish, even though I never agreed to be responsible for her child long term. Yeah, I don't think you're the asshole. Let's see another comment. Not the asshole. Your sister is responsible for her child, not you. You need to set boundaries here and be confident enough to maintain them. Just say no. 100% agree. Even more appalling are the grandparents supporting the sibling doing the child dumping. So wrong. 100%. So yeah, I agree with this. I don't think that the OP is the asshole, because literally, I was just about to say, did you willingly procreate with your sister to make this baby? If not your problem. To be honest, not your problem. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I would be incredibly pissed the fuck off if someone did that to me, because I don't want to watch your kid either. Especially if it's someone who doesn't like kids. Like, read the fucking room. Read the fucking room. This next one looks juicy. Am I the asshole for not wanting to join my mom and sister's motivational weight loss competition? Throwaway, because as a woman on the internet, I don't want anything about my body or weight on my mane. That's valid. My sister, 30 female, and my mom, 55 female, had the idea to do a weight loss competition as a motivator to keep on the goal. They are arranging one between family and friends. Everyone who enters puts in $100, and whoever loses the most weight by June 1st wins everything. I'm feeling iffy about this, because, like, on one hand, like, stuff like this can be really motivational, but also weight's something that, like, the number doesn't necessarily matter as much. With certain ways of losing weight, sometimes you'll gain weight, but you'll get smaller physically. There's just, like, so many different little bits and pieces of this that make me kind of go, like, but I could see this becoming very disordered very fast. My sister's trying to get as many people into this as she can, more people to encourage each other and more motivation from the bigger pool of money. I get that. But I, 26 female, am only 5'2" and 135 pounds. I'm chubby, sure, but I don't have that much weight to lose. Losing 10 pounds would be nice. Hell, I could lose up to 30 pounds before starting to become underweight. Several of the people entering this competition could lose my entire body mass and still be considered obese. Yeah, because then that's also not fair, because, like, if someone does weigh more than you, it will be easier for them to lose more weight faster than you because you have less to lose. So that's, yeah, this is why I'm saying it's kind of like an iffy situation where I feel like even if you were all at the same exact place trying to lose the same amount of weight, this would be unfair. I just feel like weight loss competitions like this is unfair and weird. I know that's not super likely, but my boyfriend is 330 pounds and I have seen him drop 50 pounds in a week from just water weight. How am I supposed to compete with that? Spend months stressing about calorie deficits and macros versus someone fasting for a fraction of the time. I don't see it as fair or healthy. My mom and sister kept poking me about it, and I kept telling them no. Politely at first, but as they kept trying to persuade me by talking about getting healthy, how it's important to support and encourage others, how they know I could use $1,000+ Last I knew they had at least 10 people. That's insane. Eventually, I had to tell them that I wasn't going to pay $100 to enter a competition. That's only fair if you're obese. Okay, yeah. I'm already healthy enough as it is, and $100 isn't nothing to me like it is to them. That amount is pocket change from my parents' brother and sister. Yeah, especially if you're in a tight situation financially, yeah, no, that's literally just throwing away money. I know they're just trying to find motivation to do something I know is hard. I've done it before in my teens. My mom even accused me back then of being anorexic, but that's a whole nother thing, and still try to be healthy. They, mom and sister, think I'm being mean and bitchy for pointing out they're obese, pessimistic, and overly negative, but I only told them that since they kept pushing me after I told them no to joining. Not the asshole for not wanting to join, because it does make sense. Like, you statistically have a low chance at winning, because, like, if you lose 30 pounds, that's like that's a fucking lot if you're already like a smaller person. Whereas like if you're 330 pounds and you lose 30 pounds, yeah, it's gonna make a difference, but it's just not the same. It's weird. I think this is a little weird, and I also don't blame them for not wanting to participate. I do think they may have said it in kind of a rude way, which, like she said, her family was like pushing her, and they weren't taking no for an answer, basically. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I called my sister and mom obese and their competition/idea unfair. Yeah, calling your sister and mom obese, maybe not the best way to go about this. That might make me an asshole because they're just trying to motivate themselves and others into getting healthier, and I am pointing out a flaw in it. Like, yeah, like I said, I think that if you have money and you want to do it, like, fuck it. But at the same time, yeah, that it's just such a fucking windy ass road of like questionable. It's just questionable. I never liked weight loss competitions like that because it's like there's so many different fucking different factors that go into how you're losing weight, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird. Okay, here's another one. Going by numbers isn't actually fair. To be fair, it would have to be the percentage lost. 10% of your weight, etc. That said, if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. Cheer them on from the sidelines. Not the asshole for saying no. I agree 100% with this one. There are better ways to make it fair, and also if you're not comfortable with it, they shouldn't be pushing you to do it. When is like making someone lose weight when they don't want to? When is that okay? When is that ever okay? Not the asshole, the competition sounds incredibly unhealthy. Losing weight as fast as possible is not a good idea. Also very true. You want to change your diet in a way that's healthy and sustainable, not hunger yourself to some lower weight and then yo-yo back to the old weight or more, which almost always happens. Your mom and sister should just keep their unhealthy diet to themselves if they want it so much. This is just an invitation to participate in a gamified eating disorder. The whole Biggest Loser thing is not something anyone should imitate. Also agree 100% with that, because I don't, just like weight loss competition just seems so weird. Like, I don't know, or any kind of like losing weight fast. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't fucking work. Find something that's motivating to you that's like, that makes sense. No. As a person who has experienced and went through weight loss and weight gain, none of this sounds like a good thing. None of this sounds like a good thing. Okay guys, on to the next one. Am I the asshole for asking my mom to stop moving my things around and talking about the safety of my new place? This one sounds really interesting to me. Invited my mom around. They say mum. Should I say this in a British accent? Princess. Can I even do? Okay, fun fact. I used to actually go around. This is so fucking embarrassing. But me and my brother, I remember one year, it was during Black Friday, like I was probably like 15 or 14, and we went to like the mall and like a bunch of other places and faked having a British accent the whole time. I don't know if it was more embarrassing for us, like this was like a haha funny, because everyone was like, oh my god, where are you from? Why are you here in little Wisconsin with your little British accent? It was so weird. Like, people got like so interested. I don't know. Maybe, I don't think I would have responded that way to someone with a British accent, but girl, they were like, do you know One Direction? No, they didn't actually ask that, but they literally asked where we were from, and my brother made up some fucking fake ass name, and they're like, oh, I know exactly where that is. And it's like, it doesn't exist. So safe to say I'm pretty good at faking a British accent. But now that I've said that, I feel like if I do it, I'll embarrass myself. So I'm not gonna do it. Invited my mom around to stay at my just moved in basement apartment. Pretty much from the second she got here, she couldn't stop moving things around, desks, unpacking things, putting them in shelves, trying to organize things a certain way. Bitch, that would make me so livid. That would make me so livid. I do not like people touching my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't do it. Love you, Mom. But sometimes when I was in high school, my mom would come into my room at night and she'd just start touching shit. And I would just sit there and be like, stop touching it. You don't need to touch it. Don't even look at it. So yeah, it's safe to say if someone did that in my little office here, I would be pissed the fuck off. I would be so pissed off. I told her, please don't do that many times and stop it. It's my place and I will unpack everything when ready and how I like. She said she's only trying to help me get organized. Just moved in. I repeated this many times. She kept doing it, oh my god, absolutely not. Don't do that shit. She then said it's not very secure in here, criticizing the windows, saying they don't lock properly. I do agree the windows could be a bit better. They don't have a lock key a key lock feature from the inside, but they can't be opened from the outside, if that makes sense. It's like those windows with the bar and hook. I don't know the name, which I told her it's just single glazing windows, but it's just the way it is here. That would also stress me out. She kept going on about it, moving things off my window ledge, which I had put next to the window, saying thieves will see it. Blinds were open, and I responded many times that when I go out, I close the blinds. She said she wouldn't feel secure staying here. Dude, that would stress me out so bad. The minute someone else... Okay, I am already assuming the worst. I am already thinking of the worst possible thing that could ever happen at any moment, and if someone validates that, I lose my mind. Essentially, the back and forth on this and other things went on in a loop. I'd tell her to stop moving my things, criticizing my place. Even if it was supposedly related to safety, she'd keep doing it. My tone escalated as I was regrettably losing patience and getting frustrated. I will also say I am a grown man with a career who moved out many years ago at 18, but occasionally lived back at home with my mother, just in case any of that is relevant. Yeah, honestly, like, don't unpack people's shit, and if you're trying to be helpful, then offer a solution. So, like, hey, I don't think your windows are safe. I don't know if this exists. There's this little lock thing you can get that'll keep your window locked from inside, even if you don't have like an actual lock. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. If that exists, I don't know it exists. But like, offer, if you're gonna bring up a concern, offer some kind of solution, I feel like. She left in a huff and said she didn't feel welcome here. And in one of the most confusing moments I've ever had, as she was leaving, she said, "You didn't even offer me a coffee after I drove all this way?" Girl, me too. No. But here's the thing. As soon as she entered the place, she had her own flask of coffee and poured herself her own cup of coffee. I still don't know how to interpret that statement. It is baffling to me. I feel bad and have no idea how to reflect on this in regards to myself. I feel like she meant well. I don't think you're being the asshole. However, I do think she's just worried. You can be worried and not be this overbearing. Again, I don't think he's an asshole. I understand where she's coming from, because like you're her son. You're her son. So like, I understand the concern and but you have to realize that it's not your place to unpack for your son, and let him do it himself and let him figure out his own shit, to be honest. That's how I feel. He didn't seem like he was saying it. He said something specifically like out of line, and the coffee comment was really weird. Seems like she was already upset. Oh, OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. 1, not letting her rearrange my things because there might be a safety aspect. 2, overreacting in terms of tone. I am a bitch who will always sound pissed off in my tone. My tone is never good. So I relate to that, but I don't think they're the asshole. Okay, here's another one. Not the asshole. She left in a huff and said she doesn't feel welcome here. She doesn't respect you and your home. She shouldn't be welcome until she stops acting like a boundary stomping asshole. I feel bad and have no idea how to reflect on this in regards to myself. Don't feel bad. You set a reasonable boundary. Keep doing it. I agree with that. You should have boundaries, and your family, your friends, the people that you have in your life should respect those boundaries. Like, I can understand the mom wanting to help, but if your child or whoever is saying, hey, I don't want help right now, I want to look through this later on my own, listen to it and move on and talk about something else and do something else. And again, I still think that you shouldn't be criticizing shit unless you're willing to help come up with a solution or have a solution. I don't know, maybe that's just me being a little stupid little idiot. Oh my god. Okay, this one seems crazy and I'm kind of scared. Here's the title. Are you ready? Are y'all seated? Am I the asshole for using the baby name my sister-in-law wants to use? Is it bad that I'm already gonna say yes? I don't know. Okay, I need to read this before I give my opinion and sound like a crazy bitch. My husband and I, mid-30s, are expecting baby number 2. We have a 2-year-old son already and are expecting a daughter. My sister-in-law, husband's sister, has a 3-month-old daughter and is not planning on trying for another baby for a few years. We've been honest about the baby names we like when asked, and our top baby name currently is a pretty popular name, top 10, and has been in the top 100 for a long time. My sister-in-law told us last week that our top name is the girl's name she always loved and planned to use for her future daughter. Okay, that's fine. My husband asked her why she didn't already use the name since she already has a daughter, and she said her husband picked her daughter's name. Not sure if this is true, but the name we've picked is the name she's always wanted to use. She's asking us to pick any other name from our list and save this one for her. She has no emotional connection to the name at all. It's not like a family name on her side or husband's side. However, it was my great-grandmother's name. We didn't pick it for that reason, and my great-grandmother died before I was born. But when we told my mom the name, she got emotional because it was her grandmother's name. I thought that it was special. I thought that was special. So that is one push for us to want to use it over the others we like. Our other reservation to saving the name for her, she doesn't know if she will ever have another daughter, so it seems silly to save it. If she was currently pregnant with a girl, I would maybe be slightly more receptive to a conversation about this. She's been making a lot of noise about this to other family members, and we've gotten calls from my in-laws and my husband's aunt giving us other name suggestions and trying to get us to pick something else. My husband is adamant that we're not changing our minds and doubling down, that's the name, which we hadn't even fully 100% decided. It was just a strong front runner. But hearing all the noise from my family, I'm starting to feel guilty. So I'm wondering, am I the asshole if I use the name? Truly regret ever sharing our list with anyone at this point. I've changed my opinion. Okay, honestly, I suck sometimes at reading Am I the Asshole, because I will dig for both sides and to find reasons why both sides make sense. Number one, if your sister-in-law isn't even planning on having another child, why does she fucking care? And also, yeah, there's no like emotional attachment to the name, which I do think plays a role in it. So I feel like if you're planning on she is pregnant, right? Yeah, she is pregnant right now. The OP is pregnant and wants to use this name. I would say since she's not planning on having another baby, you're not the asshole. And even so, I feel torn because I feel like we're all gonna die one day, so if you want to have the same name as like your sister, your friend for your baby, I get it, but I also understand wanting your baby's name to be like unique and special. But also, this name is already, like they said, also on the top 10 or top 100 for a long time for names, so there's gonna be more people with the name anyways. It's such a it's not very black and white, it's a very gray issue, and I feel like there are points to both sides that I'm willing to listen to. And this is why you don't tell anyone the baby's name until it's on the birth certificate. Cousins with the same name are not unknown. Yeah, I do agree with that. Not the asshole. Big Mexican family here. The 20 cousins on my parents' side got off easy. No repeated names among the cousins. As for the 30 on the other parents' side, their parents had no creativity, none at all. Most of the guys, their names Jose, Hector, after their dad, or a combination of those. One poor sucker got the trifecta. Yeah, I changed my opinion on that. At first I thought that she was the asshole, but after getting the information, this is why you can't just base your opinion off the fucking title. Let me know what you think about that, because I'm curious, because I feel like a lot of people would have different opinions on this one because, again, like I said, it's such a gray area problem or gray area issue. Okay, y'all, I think I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm planning on reading some more stories too, on horror subreddits and also nice guy and nice girl reddits, because I think those are absolutely fucking insane. So let me know if this is something that you're interested in. Please make sure to like and subscribe and comment your opinions, and also hype the video if you want, because hyping the video is a thing that you can do now. But I hope you guys liked this. I don't know why, but my anxiety is taking over now, and I'm like, this is a terrible video and I have terrible opinions and everyone's gonna think I'm crazy and stupid and evil and terrible. So I'm gonna end it here before I have a breakdown. And I also have to eat dinner. I'm very hungry. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night or morning wherever you are. Also, yeah, bye.